Hello. So yeah, I wanted to hit you with this video, and this is a video that I've had a lot of fun putting it together this week, checking out my stuff. It's as always drawn straight from my record collection and CD collection, music collection, songs that celebrate and pump out about rock and roll, songs about rock. So I'm a rock guy, some metal when I was young, classic rock, all things rock, lots of alternative rock over the years. So, but mostly rock and roll, rock music. Hard rock is really my favorite genre. And I picked out a bunch of songs, ended up being 20 because it just kept growing the list. And songs that are cool songs that get you pumped up and that are about rock. Great songs in the car, of course, and lots of good songs on this list. So before I get started, though, I wanted to ask you to like and subscribe, but I will say that I wanted to give a shout out and a thanks to Frank Landry at 33RPM YouTube channel. He featured my little pad here, music pad, in an episode of his called series that he does called Vinyl Dens, and I sent him some pictures. This was back in November, and Frank just put it out, so that was really cool because I got a little bit of a spike in my subscription numbers, which was really enjoyable and fun. So if you're one of those new people on my subscription list and you see my video from it, then thanks for subscribing. It's nice to get a few more subscribers, and I really appreciate Frank doing that, and that was cool for me. So yeah, I'll try to post his channel in my material here. I'm learning better about stuff like that. So, and I'm also going to list all these songs that I pick in this video at the bottom so that you can maybe make a playlist from them or just go through them and listen to them. And so these are songs about rock, cool songs that are about rock that get you going, that really I've loved for years, most of them. So yeah, a couple of honorable mentions. So starting off, April Wine. I bought this April Wine collection quite a long time ago, and it does have honorable mention, Rock and Roll is a Vicious Game. That's a cool song. It's a bit of a slower burning kind of song, so that's why it didn't crack my my list. But the reason I'm showing April Wine too is they have a few songs, and a song I Like to Rock, which is like the perfect choice. I don't own it. It's not on this collection. There's like 19 songs on this collection, but they have a few different collections, and I Like to Rock is not on there. So, but Rock and Roll is a Vicious Game is still a cool song, so that's an honorable mention for me. And another honorable mention is Kara, made my partner here. Kara, she picked I knew a couple of songs she would really love, and she picked her choice for her honorable mention of rock songs is Rocklandwonderland from Kim Mitchell, and that's Kara's pick, and it's on this collection. It's an additional live bonus disc. It has Rocklandwonderland on there, so that's a Kim Mitchell song that is on the list because of Kara's choice. So all right, my list, 20 songs, and they're kind of in order, but not like hard fast order. Okay, I sort of lumped the 4 that I'm showing from my CD collection and then the rest. So some of the ones from the CD collection might be higher on my top 20 list, if you want to say. So first one is kind of like a no-brainer, and I'm not a giant Queen fan, but still they got some cool tracks, and We Will Rock You cannot be not on this list. Not not where it drifts into We Are the Champions, but I like the straight, smaller track, We Will Rock You. It's such a simple track. It's got that beat, the clap and the beat, but then it ends that song with a cool, very cool Brian May guitar solo, long guitar solo, which is a cool outro solo for that song, We Will Rock You, Queen. So that's my number 20 pick, if you want to say. I'm not even going to mention the numbers necessarily, because as I say, it's kind of like a loose whatever. It's just throwing these songs out there, maybe we'll catch you and you go, oh man, I gotta listen to that song again. Okay, Neil Young, Rockin' in the Free World, of course. Very important song to listen to right now with what's going on in this whacked out world we're in right now. But Rockin' in the Free World, cool song, just get you going. His performance of that song on Saturday Night Live, check that out if you haven't watched it in a long time. It's extra cool. So that's a song I would choose. Now here's a song that is probably out of all this list, the best song for me personally that I've listened to the most in the car. You listen to this song, you turn it up, man. And it's song number 1 on the debut record, Oasis, Rock and Roll Star. What a song in the car. Wow. Just rips in the car. It's very good, loud. And Rock and Roll Star, what a great track. And the last song from my CD collection that I chose and picked out is Boston's Rock and Roll Band. What a cool song. Short, but a great song, you know, just great. I mean, I wish it was a little longer though, but it's a good song. Really melodic type of cool track. All right, my albums. Okay, went through my record collection, picked out a bunch of songs. Now, there's some songs that you probably head scratch go like, why aren't you picking that? Well, a little bit had to play into my own taste. You know, my own taste is a factor that I'm picking these songs. So, you know, if you want to make a comment and pick some songs that you think I missed or that you would say, hey man, you got to add that one. That's cool. I love it. Yeah. So you can't stop rock and roll. Okay. Twisted Sister, an old track. If you look at, I've looked at the old video of that song, and man, it is so Spinal Tap hilarious. But you know, it's a cool track, and you can't stop rock and roll. It's the final track of this this fun record I've had for a long time. Twisted Sister. Here's one that you cannot not have. It's not my favorite track of this group of songs, but it's still important in this conversation. Rock and Roll, Zeppelin. You know, straight to it right away. Lots of John Bonham drums, so that's a cool track. Here's one of my favorites that I listen to again. I've listened to all these a bunch of times as I was making my choices and picking it out. Judas Priest from Point of Entry, the song Hot Rockin'. And it's a fun song, got a great beat, and it's a fun song to jam it out to for sure. Hot Rockin', the Priest. Okay, here's a band that, geez, you could have a list of 10 and it would be all AC/DC songs. AC/DC's got a lot of songs that, you know, champion and talk about rock, obviously. And this choice here is Rock and Roll Singer. This particular album has 2 songs, and this album and one other. Then I'm going to show another album that has 2 songs that I picked. But Rock and Roll Singer, AC/DC, very cool. Now this song is a song that I didn't know as well until I was digging through my collection and checked it out. But man, what a wicked song! What a great guitar work in this song. The song "The Rocker-Thin Lizzy," really cool track. And again, when I'm going through these lists and picking out these songs, it's so cool to come across some stuff that's sitting in your collection that you just didn't know that well or didn't capture yet. So I had a lot of fun doing that this week. And my next idea for my next video is going to be similar. I'm thinking like that too, where I find some songs inside my stuff that, you know, you didn't know as well as others. All right, April Wine. I mentioned them before. You got to have an April Wine track on this top 20 list. And there's a simple little song, short little cool fun song called Wanna Rock. And it's a really fun song off this record I've had for a long time. And it's a fun song. I like that song. Triumph. Now here's a band that's got a couple of like really top choices in this list. And I love Triumph. And a lot of us rock guys love Triumph. Rock people. Ladies too, of course. And the song that I'm talking about first is What's Another Day of Rock and Roll. And what a great song. Just a great riff that opens that song. and kind of like the perfect choice for this kind of list for sure. What's another day of rock and roll? All right, the next track here is back to AC/DC. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Great video, of course. You know, what kind of a cool band has like bagpipes in theirs? Oh man, what a great track. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. All right, here's a couple of tracks off this record that I wanted to mention. Kind of obvious right away, but when I re-listen to them, I'm like, man, we loved them back then, and it's because they're great songs. So, Rock, Rock Till You Drop. What a great song. Love it. Love that song. And also on this as well, Rock of Ages. Both good songs. I've always said or thought to myself, Rock of Ages, I was never a big fan of that kind of funny little start, but the song itself is a wicked song, and Rock, Rock Till You Drop is a great song. What an amazing couple of songs off this great record, Def Leppard. Back to AC/DC. We got a couple in a row here. Let There Be Rock. That's kind of like an obvious choice for this topic, but a cool song. You know, vintage AC/DC, Bon, great stuff. And here's an AC/DC song that is kind of like the first one I thought of when I was thinking about this topic right off the bat, and it's a very cool song, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. And one of the cooler songs for what a cool start, the way it's slow and it sort of gets burning up, and yeah, good song, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, AC/DC. All right, we're down to the last bit of this, and man, what a absolute perfect bell ringing song for this topic. Triumph's Rock and Roll Machine. It's fast, energetic. What a great song by a great band. Early song of theirs. Ends this really cool album, Rock and Roll Machine. And here's one that, man, I loved since I was a young guy. Most of this stuff, a lot of this cool rock stuff is, you know, takes me back many decades. But Ozzy, his second solo record, and You Can't Kill Rock and Roll. What a cool song. Another song that's got this slow kind of vibe until it gets ripping into it, and then it's a great song. You Can't Kill Rock and Roll. That had to be on this list high. And of course, the last two I want to show are like kings of this topic. Absolute kings of this topic. For those about to rock, we salute you. You know, grew up on that song, quite frankly. Grew up on that kind of vibe. I just love AC/DC when I was young, and had this a long time. Me and my brother grew up on this stuff. For those about to rock, we salute you. That's my number 2 pick. And my number 1 pick, kind of, again, maybe a little obvious, but And the Cradle Will Rock, Van Halen. I mean, if you listen to the lyrics of that, it's such a simple kind of song, but man, is it, it's a wicked song, even to this day. Man, some good tracks on this list. So again, I'm gonna list these songs in the bottom of the video here, and if you care to check it out, there's others that you could mention, I'm sure, and you know, and this is from my collection. So these are all songs that I would say are, you know, celebrating rock music, celebrating rock, and great songs to play, and a lot of them are really good in the car. So my next video I'm gonna do is, I've had a lot of fun picking all this. It took a long time to go through my collection. I found some stuff again from my collection that I haven't listened to in a while. So I'm going to do a video where I'm going to pick, might not be as many, we'll see what happens with it, is songs that are either titled just a name or feature a name in the title. So yeah, we'll dig deep into my collection here and pull out a bunch of songs that are names and talk about those records. And this has been a lot of fun for me this week. Again, check out 33 RPM channel. Thanks again, Frank, for your shout out and on that Vinyl Den episode. And see you guys again. Everyone stay well. Spring is finally hinting at us here in Southern Ontario, and yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, take care, guys. See you later. Peace. Bye.